Welcome to Not Your Cup of Tea. This is episode number 13 with Aisha.
And Tia.
And we are here with my aunt, Nichelle Martin. This is our breast cancer awareness episode. Every October, I try to do something in relation to breast cancer awareness, whether it be the Making Strides walk in downtown Nashville, or I just do a donation to the Breast Cancer Foundation. What is it called exactly? What's the name of
American
it?
Cancer Society.
Yes. So if you haven't donated, make a small donation. I will put the link on this video episode, and you can make a donation. So just ask you like a few get to knows and tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
I am Nichelle Martin, and I am 55 years old. I have a wonderful husband, Ricky Martin. We have two sons, Kobe Martin, he's 24, and we have Chaz Martin, he is 17. We live in Mount Juliet and work for the great state of Tennessee.
Hey.
It's great sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
So can you tell us a little bit about your life prior to your diagnosis?
Prior to the diagnosis, I would say, everything was well. Hardly ever any medical issues, just your normal annual visit to the doctor. And that's really for all of us, my husband and kids included. We're all very active, running, walking, working out. We are big sports people, love football, basketball, just about any sport we will support or have participated in. But very active, always on the go, never ever at home. We always find something to do, and we still do. We still do.
So how and when did you first discover that something was wrong?
Well, and I was trying to remember exactly, but I was trying to remember when I very first started having mammograms done.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I was 35 years old, and had them every year. And then at the age of 40, for some reason, I don't know why, life just got busy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I skipped it. And so when I went back at the age of 41, and I went in and, they do the mammogram and then they'll look at the x-ray or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were like, we're going to have the radiologist to meet with you. Then I was like, oh, this is different.
Like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I've met with the radiologist before. So I was like, okay. So they just take you to this little room, really, really small room. And the radiologist came in and was just saying that they saw something on my right breast, and that they wanted to follow up with the biopsy. Mm-hmm. And so I guess the biopsy was probably a week later, maybe. They don't get in a hurry anymore. Really? When it comes to being diagnosed with breast cancer. No.
And that's for anyone? Like black, white, Hispanic?
Yes, as far as I know, yes. And I have some other people that I know that have had it. But yeah, it's not a hurry anymore. So it may have been 2 weeks later. And so they did the biopsy and it came back with showing signs of breast cancer. And so I met with, and I can't remember if they told me, they may not have told me anything at that point, but then I met with the doctor, a breast cancer surgeon. And so at that point, she was telling me what they had found and, all the medical terms with it. And honestly, you've probably heard the same story from other people who've been diagnosed with breast cancer, is that when the doctor is talking to you, it's like Charlie Brown.
Yes, like you're not hearing anything.
Yeah. It's like, and I was by myself, so it's just like, and I'm just looking there like, because she's telling me, well, you can get the size breast that you want now. And I'm like, is that important?
Yeah. You're talking about the wrong thing.
Yeah, and she was just saying all this stuff, and in my mind, I'm like, does she get a percentage of some money or something
for a breast implant?
Y'all actually did ask her that. did. I'm like, do you get a percentage or something? Because, I mean, she was just rattling off all of these things. And I'm just sitting there like, okay.
Like, it's my health. This is my life. Why are you
I don't care
talking about breast implants?
Right. She's like, people they can get the size that they want. And I'm like,
maybe she was trying to make you feel good, but
I don't know.
This ain't the time.
Yeah. And she talked about some other things. She talked about the genetic testing and all of that. And so when I left there, I was like, okay. So there were 2 other women that I knew that I had been really in close contact with. And so one of them had just been through breast cancer. And so my husband was not the first person I reached out to because he just wasn't there. And so I think he was work or whatever. He may have been at home. But I just knew that Susan, had just went through this. So she's like the first person I reached out to.
You need somebody to relate to.
And I was just like, telling her about the diagnosis and everything. And, just let her know what's going on, and then she shared with me some things that she had went through, and so then by that I'm just sitting in the driveway at this point. So I go on in and I tell my husband, and we just have our moment, and I decide because we have a large family, so I decided that I was not going to be on the phone calling everybody and telling them.
Yeah.
So I decided that. Because it was March 30th, as a matter of fact. And so Easter was going to be that following week or whenever it was. And I was just like, you know what? I think it was longer than that, actually. I think it may have been like at the end of April. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell my family. I'm going to wait to Easter to tell them so I can tell everybody at the same time. He did go ahead and reach out to his family and let them know. So from there, like I said, they don't get in any hurry because I'm like, well, when am I going to have surgery? What's going to happen?
When
And it's like, well, we don't have to schedule it right now.
And
like tomorrow. Wait a minute.
Seriously, no, that's how they are, really. And so I was like, we don't need to do this like
yesterday.
Well, sign me. I'll be here in the morning.
Yeah, no, they were like, no. And then keep in mind, this was like March, so they was like, no, we'll probably do it sometimes in May. And I'm like...
So they just wanted to fester in your mind that like,
I have
breast cancer.
Well,
like,
you know
is it
what,
getting
y'all?
worse?
I left that part out. And this is very important. Because evidently after they did the biopsy, this was on a Friday, I do get a voice message from the doctor's office, telling me to call them back. It's Friday. They're gone.
Right, like, how are you going to
They're
call
gone.
back?
Yeah.
So I carried this the whole weekend.
And that's just
Trying
on
to
your
figure
mind.
out.
Like,
It
that is
is.
stressful.
What the call was about.
See, and now I skipped mine this year, so I got.
So it's like, why did you call me on a Friday?
Book your appointment.
Yeah.
If you knew that you're going to be closing and there's nobody there for me to talk to.
And they probably left it at like
so you
3:30.
carried that all weekend.
I carried that all weekend, wondering what they were going to tell me.
Lord.
So, yeah. So anyway, they had like, if I'm talking too long, let me know.
Oh, no,
but yeah,
you're
they
good.
were just like, we'll look at May. And so by that time, I already was able to tell my family and got it scheduled for, I think it was May 22nd or May 23rd. And I don't know. I just don't feel like I had the best experience with it. Even with my doctors, it was just crazy. And it's like they just decide, because at that point, I think the lady, my friend, she was seeing somebody in Murfreesboro, and we were in Laverne at that time. So I was like, I don't want to drive to Murfreesboro. So I just stayed with, I think it was St. Thomas at the time. So anyway, got my surgeon, and I don't know about her. Anyway, after the surgery.
You just didn't like her? Like she
Or was it
wasn't,
just a bad
she didn't
feeling,
cater
or-
to you as a patient?
Well, it was just a lack of information.
Okay.
Because after she did the surgery, of course, they schedule you with a, what do you call the reconstruction?
Plastic
surgeon. And Lord, I think he was the only one that's in the city of Nashville, because my friend was sent to him. My other coworker was sent to
So
him.
if he did a bad job, it's just
Another
like,
friend
everybody
was sent
come
to
on.
him, somebody else. And I'm like, is this the only person? I didn't understand. But anyway, after the surgery, it was like the follow-up part of it. I'm like, okay, so when do I go back and see, nothing. And so I called, and I'm like, do I need to come back? And they were like, oh, well, yeah. What? Yeah, seriously.
It's just so much where I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, I know. I was too. And I was like, okay. So I went. So after that appointment, I went up to the desk. I said, do I need to reschedule, again? And they's like, oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. So a couple weeks go by, and then I'm talking to somebody, and they said, well, you didn't have another follow-up?
That's what I was going to ask you.
And I said,
well, how do you know that you're in the
gone?
clear?
They told me that I didn't need one. I said, I specifically asked before I left, and they said no. Well, actually, it was my hairdresser. Come to find out that she had a doctor that was coming to her. And I didn't know the doctor's specialty, but I knew that the doctor actually attended my church. Mm-hmm. And so she was telling the doctor my experience. And come to find out, she's actually she's a breast surgeon.
Oh, wow.
And she's actually in the same office as this doctor that I'm seeing.
Okay.
Had I known that, I would have went to her. I didn't know. So she was telling her my experience, and then when I went, I told her what was going on. And so I was telling her that I would like to move to her. Mm-hmm. And so I reached out to that doctor, and y'all know they tried to tell me I couldn't move. Wow. They were in the same practice, but they told me that I could move, and I'm like,
no, you can't tell me who I can see.
Want to do.
That's what I said. I said, I can go wherever I want to go and see who I want to see. And so they were like, well, we typically don't do that since they're in the same office. And I'm like, well, that should make it better that they're in the same office.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway.
You got all my billing information.
Work for you.
Right. Just switch me over to that person's name.
So I did go to her, and it was much better. Very informative. And then when one of my friends was diagnosed, I recommended her to go to her. So she went, and good experience with her. After that, of course, you're going to see your oncologist. Now, let me tell you this. I did not get the breast size I wanted, okay? So
after she talked all about that, you still
you were picking it from a vending machine. Yeah. You get this,
exactly. I did not get the breast that I wanted because he said that I didn't have enough skin to stretch.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I did wonder how Dolly Parton got hers because
they stretched their skin.
She was never big, always, but
very small.
But anyway, I was like,
they probably pulled some skin from her leg.
yeah. So, do you have another question before I get to the plastic surgeon?
Yes. So, the biopsy. How was the biopsy?
They numbed an area, and then to me, it was like they were drilling, and it was burning flesh. You could smell a little bit of burning flesh.
Oh my goodness!
Lord. Oof. Yeah, of course it wasn't painful because they numbed it up, but
still,
oh my goodness, it still makes your flesh crawl. Like, oh my God, like you're having to be awake and smelling it, like it just that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, what was the hardest part of your treatment?
So I think the hardest part was because I had the mastectomy on the right breast. I think that was probably the hardest part. Because you have your drains and you have to go through that for a while, and then once that dries up, then you go back, and then they will. Go ahead and do the implant.
Okay.
The mastectomy, is it like taking everything that's
that's
in
what I was
going to
ask. And did you just one breast or both for you?
Yes. I went to the oncologist. I think I went to him before I went to the breast surgeon, and he was very interesting too.
That's a nice word.
He's very interesting too. So when we were talking about the mastectomy, he was like, because he's a little weird to me, but anyway, he was like, he just recommended that I get one so I would have sensation in the other. And I'm like, why is that important
to you?
Right, that part.
You're here for breast cancer treatment.
Yeah, he was
Why
weird.
is feeling
He was weird.
a thing? Like, I wouldn't even be worried about that.
I wouldn't either. Because at that point, if I had it in one, I want you to take both.
But honestly, if you're getting your breasts done, you lose sensation anyways, right?
Yes, the mastectomy, yes.
Yeah.
You won't have any
but
sensation.
I've heard people say, if they get their breasts done, you still lose.
Yeah.
Why would he
That's
say
not-
that?
I don't know. He was weird.
That's not appropriate.
He was
It's
weird.
not like, hold on, scale back.
He was weird.
Like, wait a minute, sir.
So, yeah, and I talked with the breast surgeon too, and she was like, if they didn't detect any in the left, then she was okay with me just doing the right.
Doing the one.
So I said okay.
Well, that's good that you only had to deal with like treating one, because like if you go through it with both, like you're treating both sides.
Yes, I didn't have any. My lymph nodes were fine, which a lot of people have. They have their lymph nodes removed, but I didn't have to have any of that done.
And so typically when one is diagnosed, though, is it usually just in one, or do you see both? Or
it's usually just in one.
Really?
And then some people just go ahead and decide, because there's a chance that it could go to the other breast. They just go ahead and decide to have them both removed.
Okay.
And a lot of people have that I know, including my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just to not have to deal with that whole process again.
Yeah, they both have both of theirs removed.
Yeah.
And my friends.
See, I would.
And you know what? I should have, because when I went to the plastic surgeon, and I told him, because I was probably about the same size I am now, but my goal was to lose weight. And so I told him, I said, well, let's go with this size because I plan to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, when you lose weight, you don't lose weight in your breast. And I'm sitting here looking at him like,
Where you
really?
come from? Yes, you do.
Dude, that's like one
Y'all,
of the
this
first
is-
signs, like your face and your breast are like the
This
first.
is what I went through. And I'm like, really?
Was he black, white, Indian?
He was white.
Okay.
He was white. And I'm just looking at him like,
Middle
really?
age.
At that time, yeah, he was probably, I don't know, probably late 40s, early 50s. Yeah.
He
And
may
I'm
have been
just-
like a breast man.
I'm
Like,
just
I'm
like-
like, he's not leading with his professionalism.
Yes,
He's
at
leading,
all.
Like,
Well, I just couldn't believe he said you don't lose weight in your breast. And I'm like, I'm somebody who's lost weight and gained weight a lot. So I know
Yes.
that. So, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Whatever.
And so with him, so after we got everything done, and he actually lifted my left one and put the implant in the right one. And so a year goes by, or almost a year goes by, and somebody says, have you been back to the plastic surgeon? I was like, no, I didn't know I needed to. And they were like, yeah, you need a yearly, at least the follow-up after the year. And I said, nobody told me.
Okay, now what doctor
your
is this?
experience was
'Cause
not good.
It was
What-
not. It was
what
not compared to everybody else.
hospital is this? Because I think I'm about at that age where I need to start going.
Well, just ask me because I will tell you. But I'll tell you the other part of that. So I reached out to them, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you should have been back already." I'm like,
It's like nobody
What
called.
are you doing? Is nobody doing their job?
They don't have like a system that gives like, call this person back.
I don't know. So I go, and so of course, I've lost weight then, and so there's, one's bigger than the other, and I'm like, see, I told you that you should have went ahead and,
Right.
and so he's like, yeah, well, let's go ahead and fix that, and y'all, I was like, no, I'm
would've
not.
been
I'm like, why
Why
didn't
we
you do it right the first
I
time?
don't want to go back under. And yeah, I told you this when I was here the first time. And so, needless to say, his wife worked with him. And so she kept calling me. And she was not very nice at the end. It's like she's going to demand me to come in and get it done. And so I just left a message that I will not be getting it done because you should have done it correctly the first time. So anyway, so here we are. And it's been 13 years. Now, I also learned that after 10 years, you're supposed to go back so they can put a new one in.
Implant.
Yeah.
Really?
And, yeah, that's what they say. And so I've just been busy, and I knew that I should have got it done or followed up, but I haven't. But my friend went to the same doctor, and she was not happy either. And so in the meantime, though, we've been trying to shop around to see if we can find somebody else to do it. But typically, doctors don't want to follow
somebody
Do
else's
with somebody
work.
else's work.
There's only one person. I had a coworker who went to him too, and he did not do good. And so, but she immediately went to somebody else.
Okay.
And they did him for her, and totally different than what he had done. But on the other hand, your other aunt, Nicole, went to him, and she loved him.
Oh, wow.
So
He's like Little Shop of Horror. You just never know what you're going to get.
I can only go by I know there's 3 of us who did not. And there's one that did. So my friend is going to go back. She called them, and I I think she said that they said if you're not having any problems with them, then they don't have to replace them. But if she wanted to come in for a checkup, then she can. So she actually will see them next week. So I told her I'll wait until after
See
she
what happens with her.
Yeah. It's like, let me
Because
see
that experience
how
does not sound
right. We were really trying to shop around and find somebody else to do it, but they don't want us to follow another doctor.
So, like with your breast cancer treatment, did you
Yes.
just have to, you just had it removed? Did you have to go through like chemo, radiation type of vibe?
You know what? Thank the Lord I did not. But I'm going to tell y'all, I was praying. I was praying big time that I did not have to go through chemotherapy or radiation. I'm talking about praying big time, like, Lord, please don't let me go through that. I've already seen what it does to other people. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so when we went to the oncologist, I think Ricky went with me the first time. And so we were waiting for him to look at the results. I don't know why it was taking so long. But in the meantime, he came in and talked to Ricky because at that time, I guess they were saying that the breast cancer could have developed from estrogen. So birth control pills. So he didn't want me to take birth control pills anymore or anything like that. And so he wanted to talk to Ricky about what he could do.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, he's weird because he's like, well, bring your husband in so I can talk to him. And so he talked to Ricky or whatever. He said, because, you don't want to, go back on birth control pills or whatever. So I guess, Lord, we was probably there. It seemed like an hour and a half. And he finally comes in and he says, well, we're going to have to retest the tissue to see. We can't tell right now if you're going to need chemotherapy or not.
So they
And
just
I'm
go
like,
off of what they already have, or did you have to do another biopsy?
no, they go off what they have. So I'm like, no, we done sit here for an hour and a half for you to come in and tell us that. So anyway, we was like, okay, fine. So I think maybe a week or two later, I go back and I'm still praying like, Lord, I don't want to do chemo. I don't want to do chemo. Don't let me have to do chemo. And so he comes in and says that they don't have enough tissue to test to determine if I need chemotherapy or not. Now, I'm just like, okay, it's the Lord.
You're like, oh, okay.
I'm like, it's
God
the Lord.
said no.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah. And he's like, well, I don't know about that. He said, but it was like he wanted me to go through chemo, which I get it. I mean, we had really great insurance at that time. And I'll be honest, I really think he was milking us for our insurance because he was
But
like,
that's disgusting.
He's like, I really
It
want,
is.
he said, I really think that you should have done chemo. Why?
Why?
If you didn't
if
need
you got
to.
it and you didn't need it,
Exactly. Yeah, I know. So anyway, I was like, you know what? That's the
It
Lord.
can't be that he's not making enough money.
No, he made plenty of money. I was like,
Right.
I think he had his own plane. I was like, you know what?
See.
I said, it's just the Lord. I'm not supposed to have it. But he did put me on tamoxifen. That is supposed to be a cancer preventative.
Okay.
And you're supposed to stay on there for 5 years. And y'all, let me just tell you, this tamoxifen, and you read the side effects of it, and immediately I was having those after taking it for a while. Joint pain. I mean, I couldn't even brush my teeth sometime hardly because the joint pain. Then my shoulder, and it just hits you in certain areas. But then it starts affecting your memory,
Oh.
Wow.
and you can't remember as well as you used to. And so
And this
this
is
was
just a
my
pill form.
Yeah, just a pill form. Took every day. So in my 3rd year, I was getting ready I had applied for another position. And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm going I can't remember. How am I going to remember, learning, how to do this job? And so I'm like, that is not good. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So when I went for my visit with him, I was like, you know what? I don't want to take this pill anymore. I said, it's been 3 years and you haven't told me anything, and I haven't seen anything that says that 3 years isn't just as good as 5 years.
So they were going to just leave you on there for that amount of time.
Yeah, 5 years is all you
wow.
stay. Yeah. So I'm like, you hadn't said that 3 doesn't work just as good as 5, so I don't want to take it anymore. And so he was like, and I was telling him why, memory, whatever, and he said, "Well, I just think that's because you're getting old."
Let me say,
Look,
this doctor,
after we get off of the recording, we need to know his name.
Write his name down, his location. Does he have multiple locations? What does he look like? We're going to look him up on Google.
Oh, he has since retired, I heard.
Good.
But yeah, and I'm just
happy
looking at
with
him
that.
like, So anyway, he was like, okay, that's fine. So I stopped it. And probably within 2 weeks, my memory, I could, was good.
Well, that's
So
good.
it's literally just the medicine.
Yeah, I really do believe that, because after that, I was like, okay, I'm starting to, remember things and be able to do things and, not struggle with trying to figure out what I was told or shown how to do something. So, yeah.
That's a lot.
So
and
that
it's
was,
always
so that was
the
my
doctor.
treatment. That was my treatment. And there are times, y'all, I felt, I don't know if it's guilty, but I kind of felt bad that I didn't go through it.
Why?
And I was talking to a friend, and she was like, Nichelle, she said, what God has for you is for
right.
you.
Your
She said,
journey's
you
your
should
journey.
not feel bad because you didn't have to go through chemotherapy. And I said, I understand that. And I said, I get it. I said, but because I even had this lady, y'all, it's real sad. It really is. Of course, my natural hair was really long back then. And I had this lady to tell me, I wish you would have went through chemo so you could have lost all this beautiful hair.
Why would she want you to lose
people?
Like, why would she want you to lose your hair?
I don't know. But that's what she said.
She was a bald head.
She has short hair. And she was a cancer survivor, too.
She couldn't grow her hair
Okay,
back.
well,
She was
see,
just
I'm
mad.
not going to say that because
Well, I
she is a
did.
cancer survivor, but that is very ugly of her to say.
Well, I would
Yes.
never say that to anybody.
No.
I wouldn't
Whether
ever
you
want
had cancer or
anybody-
not.
Right.
Exactly. You
You don't know.
You don't know what people are
yeah.
going through.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm just kidding. No.
No, you wasn't.
If
You said
if
what
it
was on your
came out of your
mind.
mouth like that is
And this is an older lady, too.
that's disgusting.
I'm just like,
People are crazy.
why would
They
you say
are.
that to somebody?
I would do you not know what chemo does to people? How you reacted to chemo is not how somebody else reacts to
Yes.
chemo. So your journey may have been way worse. Why would you? I would never even fix my mouth to.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even cross my mind.
I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, see, it pays to just stay.
So
to
that is the
yourself.
only thing that I had to do was take the tamoxifen.
Well, that's good that you
That
didn't
is
have
a blessing.
You had a traumatic experience with what you had to deal with,
And that was enough.
Exactly.
You didn't need no
but
more.
not your treatment was simple compared to others.
yeah, just the mastectomy and the tamoxifen. Yes.
No, that's what. So is it based on like early detection because you
I'm
did
going to say
catch it
yes,
so early?
because when he said that he did not have enough tissue to go back and test it, it was literally, my tissue, it was literally like sand. It was that small.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it was very
it
early
was very
detection.
early.
Yes.
Good.
See, I think I need to start going because, like with the IVF, they pump you full of a whole lot of estrogen.
And I take
So
estrogen.
I'm just like,
So-
that freaks me out. But
Me too, especially since I skipped mine this year.
yeah, we're going to book that.
Okay.
I haven't skipped another one.
So what do you do at when you go to get a mammogram? Like what happens? I've never... I just always hear women complain
women
that they
complain
get
about it,
mashed up
and
in the
to
machine.
me, it's not as bad as what
Yeah.
was told to me before the first time I ever
Yes.
had one.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
People make you
It
think
sounds
that
so
it's just going to
scary.
be painful.
It's painful and it's not.
Everything. It's not.
See, my mom doesn't have breasts, so she's like, they're pulling on you and
Well, I
they're
didn't-
pulling meat that I don't even have and trying to press it up in the machine.
Well, yeah,
but
they
I'm like,
are, but it's not painful.
Yeah, it's not
It's
painful.
not like they're just.
oh, see, that's what my mama made it sound like.
And
Like it's one of those mashers, the metal masher.
And it may depend on who you get. There may be some
That
techs
is
who
true.
more.
But I haven't had a
gentle.
bad experience.
I haven't either.
Okay. See, yeah, I need to. I think I'm gonna start scheduling those.
You haven't had one ever?
35.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I had my first one at 40.
Is this what I was trying to remember? Did I start at 35?
Well, my doctor whenever I had the little yearly or whatever, she was like, "Do you have any aunts or mother or grandmother, anybody with like breast cancer?" So I told her about my 3 aunts with breast cancer, and then she was like, "Well, we would like to bring you in like just a little bit earlier, just because of genetics." But I know in IVF we had to do the genetic testing. And whatever they test for cancer cells, like could you develop cancer along whatever they check for, that was negative. Okay. But she was like, just because of family history, they'll start bringing me in earlier. So I didn't know what year, since they aren't proactive,
right,
that I need to schedule my own.
My doctor was proactive with me, though. As soon as I turned 40, they were like, they scheduled me. They were like, you go at this point. So I don't know. I'm sorry for your
honey. It was.
I'm so sorry you went through that. It had to be terrible.
Awful.
Like just for like your medical professional not to be a medical professional. You're not giving me the information I need. You're not following up. Like as a patient, you should not have to follow up with somebody. And then that takes me back to, is it because you're a Black woman?
And see, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Because my friend, she went to she went to a Black lady, the one that I ended up going to. So I don't know if that was
a factor.
If that was a factor or not. I don't know.
It's just always
but it
hard
just seemed
to
like
tell.
they didn't. It just seemed like it's just, okay, it's another person with breast cancer.
Horrible bedside manner.
Let's just, and I'm like, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? And there's like, oh, we can wait. It's, I'm like,
no.
Okay.
And I'm like, were they like that because it was so early? But my thing is, if it's early, you have a chance to make sure that it's eliminated. Like, let's be snappy versus like somebody that came in with like stage 4. Like, I hope that they were very urgent with those people.
I don't know.
That is scary.
It's very scary.
I did do the genetic testing, and it did not show that it was, genetically induced. Donna did it, Nicole did it as well, and it didn't show that it was genetic. So,
no, that is good.
Yes.
So, how has your perspective on life changed since you have become a cancer survivor?
I think that. Well, I just think that you just have to always be positive. If you're a believer, and then you know what you're doing, you know what you're supposed to do. I wouldn't say that much has really changed. Of course, I'm getting my breast exams. But just being more positive. I mean, always be positive. And I say that to anybody. And I didn't really go around telling everybody I had breast cancer. Not because I didn't want to, but, people will have you in the grave.
They sure
yes,
will.
they will.
And
they will sign you up for a death certificate themselves.
And you don't want to put that in the atmosphere.
Right.
Yes.
You really don't.
Yeah.
You really have to be positive. And you just have to know that, of course, your mind is kind of like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with my boys? What's going to happen with my husband?
Yeah.
But you have to just change your mindset and say, you know what? Whatever it's going to be is going to be. But you just need to do what you need to do right now.
Right now.
Yes, and stay positive. And that's for anybody who's going through any type of breast cancer or anything else. You got to be positive. You got to have positive people around you.
Yes.
You don't want people around you, talking negative and saying you're going to die.
Or you wish your hair would fall out.
Right.
Like,
because it's like, that might send somebody on a spiral. Like, what? Hush.
That kind of stuff.
I'm just lost with that. But I get the positivity, because if you're depressed and you're down and that is all that you're in, like that stress will kill you faster than anything.
Yes.
And stress, I've heard, can make cancer grow, can it?
Yeah.
Yes. You want to keep your stress levels down. There's some other things that I wish I could adhere to more better. We really do need to cut the sugar out. We need to cut the sugar out as much as we can.
It feeds off of that,
that's the
doesn't it?
hardest thing, really. is the diet part of it. But yeah, they say sugar
It feeds it.
yeah,
Yeah, they told me that with my grandmother.
yes.
Ooh, that hurt me right
I know.
there.
It is. It is one of the
Because they
hardest
say
things.
sugar and alcohol.
Well,
Right?
I don't want to say I'm doomed, but
No, seriously, it's like, well, tequila is from a plant.
it's vodka's
I was gonna say
potatoes.
vodka is gonna be your next.
It's potatoes, so hey.
It's kind of healthy. It's a vegetable. I'm going to work on it. I am going to work on it.
But yeah, definitely just having positive people around, and
Well,
Yeah.
with that, who is your biggest form of support for you during that time?
oh, definitely my husband. Definitely him. My mom at the time, she was living, so she was definitely right there. So really, it was really just the two of them that was like right there. And then I had another sister. But yeah, and of course, everybody calls, checks on you, and make sure everything's okay if you need anything. So definitely family, but my husband and my mom.
Okay.
It's always good to have a support system in anything.
Yes.
No matter
No
what
matter
you're
what it
going
is.
through. We're big preachers of support systems and good circles. So what is a piece of advice that you would give to someone entering into their breast cancer journey?
Definitely, I would say reach out to other people that you know of who've gone through the experience. Get their experience. Some of them may have some great doctors, and so if they did, then you want to go to them.
Absolutely.
Some of them may
Right.
have had the worst doctors, and you want them not to
Right,
go
to
to
stay
away.
them. Yeah, definitely have a. And I guess I should say, besides my husband and my mom, our church does have a cancer support group, and so at that point, I think we were meeting monthly. And then there's somebody who would check on you and, see how things are going. But it was a monthly thing that we got together. So there were other people there who had gone through the same thing. And then it's kind of a mixture, though, because we had, it wasn't just for breast cancer, but it was all types of cancers, but also for people who supported people, who had cancer. So that was a big help. So definitely finding that support group or finding somebody that you can confide in, talk to, lean on. Or if you need help, they're there to help you and support you.
Yeah, because who knows your journey better than somebody that's been through it? Besides the lady that would want your hair to fall out, that has thrown me.
Me too.
Right.
Your perspective on life, how did that change?
Living life to the fullest. Again, being positive. And if you are a believer, then you're going to believe whatever, you're going to believe in God, you're going to believe in Jesus, you're going to believe in the word, and you're going to try to do what you're supposed to do in regards to that. But I mean, being active, I think helps as well. And I just read something this morning from a newsletter that we get, but it was saying that if you are at least 30% active, you have a lower chance of getting cancer. And if you've already had cancer and you're active, then you have a 40% chance of it not reoccurring again. So, but I'm really good with
leading me to the gym.
Well, and it doesn't have to be anything, and they talked about it. It doesn't have to be anything rigorous. It could be just walking, simple walking.
Okay.
Nothing too strenuous.
Just act. Just get yourself moving.
Yeah, dancing, anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being active.
She also does line dancing. I don't have that much
Love line
rhythm, so I go and support.
Thank you. I appreciate the support.
But yeah, you should. Are you still doing the classes?
We have not done another class. We did that specifically to raise money for the breast cancer walk.
Okay.
So we have not done anything else, but I would love to. I have people talking all the time. And,
but everybody looked like they had a great time out there. What was that Boots song? Boots on the ground. Yeah. everybody was learning that. They had on their little boots and their little Daisy Dukes. They was ready.
It was fun. Yes. So, yeah, we'll just have to look at some times and dates and look at places to host it. But yeah.
And we could share that
Yes.
with everyone. So whenever she hosts an event.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds go towards the Cancer Society, American Cancer Society. Well, we do appreciate you joining us and sharing your story with us. You have the
Oh, yes.
Card.
I always forget.
we at the end.
At the end, we always
Oh, I
forget
forgot.
to.
Did I say I was a 13-year survivor?
You did.
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here's a
and
little token
congratulations.
for
Oh, thank you.
coming to chat with us today.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Yes.
Hopefully
Thank
it'll help someone. And if they want to know who,
you. Yeah.
Oh, it's helped me.
Okay. Because reviews matter, but we hope that he done retired and he
Well,
ain't out here fixing nobody else.
yes, I had learned that he had, because I think, I went to this other place and they were trying to reach out to him to get some medical information. And they were like, he's retired. And I'm
Oh,
like,
well, good. He's on a beach somewhere, relaxing.
Yeah, that was really a weird. I was so
Being
glad.
inappropriate still,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I was
Yeah.
so glad when that relationship was over. I had to start praying about that. It's like, Lord, I'm tired of this man. It's time for
Please
it's time to
remove
end
him
this
from my life.
relationship. You know, and I'll be real quick, with the
No, you're
breast
fine.
cancer and everything that was going on, I ended up having anemia. And so, of course, we're trying to figure out where the blood's coming from and all of that. But he ended up being the doctor who was overseeing that. And I'm like,
Lord.
how I get him? I mean,
How did that
It's
happen?
just like,
it's so
He
Sir,
keeps
where-
coming
where
back.
did you go to school at?
really, I'm
He
serious.
became a cancer
Really?
at some point.
And I'm just
It's
like,
go
So
away.
he's like, well, let's do these infusions and let's do this. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to take some iron pills and, eat some spinach and some
Keep it
liver.
going.
And, because I'm not, and I said, I think he just knows we have good insurance and he's just trying to milk it. And then finally he was like, well, I guess, you won't have to come back and see me anymore. And I can't even remember how long I saw him now. And I'm like, good. thank the Lord.
I would just wish him
Well, y'all,
Me too.
I ended that relationship, but the anemia came back, and my primary care physician sent me back to him. I'm like, why?
Okay, so yeah, at this point, like that, I don't know what's worse. It's like, what'd you go to school for? What'd you specialize in? Why do they keep sending me to you?
To you,
He was very. But you know what? Now that I think about it, the lady who said that about my hair, she recommended me to him because she actually
Well,
went
that
to him.
explains it all.
Debbie Downer,
Yeah,
and then the physician that is the worst.
yeah, he was very interesting. I was like, Lord, please, I'm done with him. So anyway, yeah.
Well, we're glad that he's retired
Yes.
and that
He's
the
living his best
future breasts of Nashville do not have to be
Yes,
taken care of
they're-
by him.
Because that is awful. And the surgeon too, talking about sensation. Yeah, I hope he's retired or something.
Yeah, it was the
'cause
cancer oncologist who was talking about the sensation.
that's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
I don't,
interesting.
we just who are these people that are going to medical school and then coming to take care of us? Like, do they not do mental evaluations on these people while they're about to like sign off?
I don't know, but it was really weird.
Whenever they do an oath, like the mental evaluation needs to be
It
a
needs
part
to
of
go
that.
with it.
Yeah. For like your doctor.
Oh,
also,
absolutely.
Like,
Yes.
oath. Mental evaluation.
Yes, but definitely get checked out. Do your mammograms.
I will be scheduling my appointment.
I will do that as well.
And Tia will be scheduling hers. And to whomever has skipped an appointment, go and schedule
get it.
that appointment.
As soon as
Go
possible.
make your appointments.
Yes.
And get your mammograms because it is very important. Early detection.
Yes,
It's
it's
very
important.
important. Well, until next time, thank you for joining us at Now Your Cup of Tea with Aisha.
And Tia. Peace out.
Thanks.